Hey, I'm making another sea moss soap. I'm making my bestseller Lavender Bliss soap, but with a twist. So I'll be using my typical purple Brazilian clay as well as ultramarine pigment, but I am also going to be adding in silk vanilla almond milk as well as sea moss. So when it comes to making milk soaps, I always freeze the milk into ice cubes. Well, I guess they're milk cubes. And then I use the lye to melt those. So that's what I'm doing now. The day before, I went ahead and poured the milk into the ice tray so that I could freeze it. And now I'm just using the lye to melt it. And this is a more effective way because it allows you to keep the temperatures down. Because with milk bars, you never want the temperatures to go too high, because if they do, it could scorch your milk and then it will make your soap smell like burnt soap, and we don't want that. So here I am just prepping my colors. So like I said, I have the purple Brazilian clay as well as the ultramarine violet. I'm going to add in a tablespoon of oil to both of those colors, and I'm going to mix them. And the reason that I do this is to avoid clumps in the finished product. So if I go ahead and prep these and get them all silky and smooth before I actually pour the soap batter in there, I have a better chance of having a smoother looking bar with smoother looking colors. I'm using my organic Irish sea moss from Richard's Foodoporium, and I'm also using kaolin clay as well as colloidal oatmeal. So I put in 1 tablespoon of the sea moss, and I already had my colloidal oatmeal and kaolin clay pre-measured for a 2.5 pound soap mold. I just added my milk. I used the strainer to make sure there's no extra lye bits that get into the soap batter. And now I am going to stick blend into a very light trace so I can mix my colors and have a nice fluid pour. I'm using lavender essential oil as my fragrance, and I'm just pouring that in each of the 3 batters, and I'm going to mix that with a spatula, and then of course pour the soap with a drop swirl. I really enjoyed making this soap bar, and the lavender smell is so relaxing and cool. I just love lavender. But what I will say is when it comes to using sea moss in soap batters, it tends to take away a little bit from the essential oil, or if you're using a fragrance. But I find that this lavender is holding up very strong. We'll see what it's like in 4 weeks, but as of now, it's really strong and beautiful. When making milk bars, I always wait 2 days to cut it. Usually what I'll do is for the first day, immediately after I make the soap, I put it in the fridge for 24 hours. And then the next day I take it out and let it sit in a cool area for 24 hours. I love that this soap bar looks just like my regular Lavender Bliss soap with the perfect different shades of purple swirls. But this bar is going to have a more creamier lather because of the milk. So I'm looking forward to doing a lather test on this in about 4 weeks. Well, thank you all for watching, and I will be continuing with my sea moss bars for the month of March 2024. So for now, black hands are out. Bye bye, guys.